All right, here we go with Operation Torchlight. We are in January 1941, and this will be the USA and KMT turn. Just a real quick clarification on the Commonwealth turn. So I had inadvertently built a FEC naval transport in C Zone 87. Completely didn't realize they don't even have a minor shipyard. So instead, for the $7 I spent on that, I'm going to spend 3 on starting to construct a minor shipyard, and the other 3 on an airborne infantry. And they will bank the other 1, which I think puts them at 19 for next turn. Yeah, because they had 16 plus their 2 in NOs, plus they banked the 1. All right. Or bonuses, I should say, not NOs. All right, let's do US tech rolls. So we have 5 rolls. We're going to go for jet fighters 8 or higher. That's a 10. Got that one. We're going to go for heavy bombers 9 or higher. That's an 8. Missed it by 1. We're going to go for wartime economy 7 or higher. Haha, 11. Got it. That's 2 out of 3. That's already better than most of the U.S. turns this game. We're also going to go for improved construction 7 or higher. Oh, that's a 9. Yeah, we're on fire. And lastly, since we're almost there, we'll go for heavy carriers at an 8 or higher. And that's a 4. Lovely. All right. Hey, I'll take 3 out of 5 any day, given what the U.S. has had before. Let's see. Purchases. So, the U.S. is going to spend $41 to buy 3 fighters and attack, another 10 for another fighter, and then 22 for 3 submarines and starting a light cruiser. So I'll go ahead and put that light cruiser on the stage 2 of the build chart. The KMT, they're going to lend lease a air transport to the Far East Command for 8. They're going to build a militia and an AA gun for 6, and then another airborne for another 3. So all their money's spent. All right, let's go over to the board. Angle it a little bit and zoom out just a hair. All right, so obviously the U.S. doesn't really have anything over in the Atlantic because they've got almost no units over there. But we do have some stuff to do over here. So we have, 1, 2, 3 attacks to make, I believe. So the first attack is the big one. So I'll do that one first. And that's here in C Zone 38. So what we're going to bring in is I've got 2 destroyers and 2 heavy cruisers off of Hawaii. And using the major dockyard, they can go 1, 2, 3, 4 up into 38. So I got those 4 units there. Then this KMT sub is going to come out 1 and participate. We've also got some planes. So I've got a fighter, an attack bomber, and remember I have long-range aircraft as the U.S. So they can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Their landing spaces in Korea. I have a medium bomber in San Francisco, and he's long range, plus he's at an air base, so he can go 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 into Korea. Lastly, to go in there is I have a fighter and attack bomber off of these carriers in C Zone 64. And they can go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have to land in that C zone. So this fleet carrier that is off of Hawaii, he can go 1, 2, 3, 4 to provide a landing space if those 2 planes survive. So that was a fighter and attack, and I will mark those 2 differently. If I lose a fighter and if I lose attack, those would be the first 2 that I lose. Also going into the battle, I have this KMT medium bomber from Reihi going 1, 2. And these 2 KMT fighters from Reihi going 1, 2. So I think it's a total of 13 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep. So talking with the veteran, he said that he will. Let me just get them out. He will throw in these 2 fighters to scramble into the battle. And he's also going to drop 2 kamikazes. And if it's target select, he'll put them on to the heavy cruisers. So, that's that one. Next one is I got these 2 submarines here coming off of the major port there. They're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're going to convoy. They're in Sea Zone 65. 65 still has $3 on the line because I already took off 2 with the UK. All right. Last attack. This one is the most risky of them all. Is this air transport up here in Reihi is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into Borneo, and he can land 6 in Sarawak, and he'll take this 1 airborne with him. So the airborne will attack at, which if you can see that, will attack at a 3 the first round, 2 after that, and the militia defends at a 2. The terrain modifier is just jungle, so, and there's no double casualties, anything. Well, whatever. Even if there is a hit the first round, then I lose my airborne anyways. All right, that's just those 3 battles, I do believe. So let's get it over to the battle board. I'm gonna have to put the big one on the battle board because that one is a little too big to try to just do it. All right, so bear with me for a second. I'm not going to bring over the transports because those will either just stay on or come off. But here's what we got defending. 2 fighters at 6, 2 kamikazes at 7. No, this is the attacker. The defender. We got the 2 torpedo boat destroyers, which I still have the one from Siam showing as neutral because I just don't have enough. All right, so that's the defense. And the attack. All right, we got the sub over here. Got the 2 destroyers, 2 heavy cruisers. 2 medium bombers. Trying to keep these separate as to whose is whose. 2 tactical bombers and 2 fighters. And I'll say that, but you can't even see all of it. I'll go like this. There we go. So I'll say these 2 up here to the edge of the board, those are the ones that have to land in that sea zone. And then I've got 2 more KMT fighters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's right, 13 versus 10. So we'll go ahead and we'll roll the convoy one first. So red is always attacker for me in convoys. So I got 2 subs with a +2. So first sub, look at that. First sub went ahead and did it, and he took off the last remaining $3. So we'll get 3 more yellow chips to put on that line. This is where, actually, I'll just talk for a second. I don't like the historical board gaming rule that you reset the lines at the end of every calendar turn. I like it when it resets at the end of each turn, because I just took off 5, but then that'll come off and out of the Japan supply, and then Russia could go in and convoy them again. So actually they could lose up to $10 between turns. I mean, I know it's still consistent with only a certain amount per calendar year, but just seems weird to me. Anyways, so let's, we did that one. Let's go ahead and let's do the fun one. Let's do the airborne versus the militia. So the airborne, he's going to be black. The militia will be yellow. So I need a 3, and he hits on a 2. And if I don't hit this turn, I go down to a 2 as well. So we both missed. So now it's a 2 versus a 2. Who's going to get it first? A 4 and a 10. A 7 and a 6. A 5 and a 5. Oh man, this could be a while. A 3 and a 10. That would have been good the first round. Not this round though. A 5 and a 2. All right, so I was killed trying to take Borneo, and my air transport lands in Sarawak. Oh well, it was worth the effort. That would have been a 4 IPP swing. All right, big one. Here we go. So first, the 2 kamikazes. First strike, 7 or less. Let me make sure I get it right. First strike, 7 or less with a target select on a surface ship, 1 to 2. First strike. Oh, they both missed. A 10 and an 11. Wow, I like that. All right, so the kamikazes are gone. So he's only got 4 left. Let's go ahead, and there's no other first strike. But we will do our... we will end up with air superiority, but that's okay. So let's do 2 blues for the TAC bombers, 2 greens for the medium bombers, and 4 reds for the 4 fighters that are attacking. And I'll do the ships next. All right, so the fighters got 1, 2. The heavy bombers each got a hit, and 1 of the TAC bombers got a hit. So that's 5 hits, and 2 of them came from fighters, so he has to lose his 2 fighters. So that's 2 fighters gone, plus his 2 torpedo destroyers and 1 destroyer. All right, but I still got more. I still got 2 blues for the 2 heavy cruisers, 2 greens for the destroyers, and 1 black for the sub. All right, so the greens were on a 4, so that's 1 hit. The blues were on a 6, that's another hit. And the black was on a 3, so that's a miss. So 2 more hits, that's 2 more destroyers. All right, so there's only 3 destroyers left. All right, let's throw the defenders up. So the defenders have 2 reds that are going to have to be off of hits go to planes. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 destroyers, and the 2 torpedo boat destroyers will do black. Why not? All right. Let's see. Fighters. 1 hit from a fighter. 1 hit from a destroyer. The 2 torpedo boat destroyers missed. And all the rest of the destroyers, a lot of 5s. Wow, that was really close. So 2 hits. 1 has to be a plane. So I'm actually going to take one of the fighters that can't land. And this could change some things. Yeah, one of the fighters that can't land. And then let's also take let's just go ahead. He's only got 3 4s. I might not do it. So let's take the attack bomber that needs to land. Oh, I could do that though. I'm having analysis paralysis. Yeah, I don't want to move that in there. So I'm just going to take the other attack bomber. So now I don't have to land anything there. I don't have to take in the... Yeah. So let's see. I got 2 greens, a blue, 3 reds. That's my aircraft. I need 3 hits. Oops, lost a red. All right. So that fighter hits, medium bomber hits, attack bomber hits. So that's 4 hits. I only needed 3. And let's see what his 3 greens for his 3 destroyers. And he gets 1 more hit. So I will take the KMT sub and leave it at that. All right. So that's all the battles. They're all done. Coming back over here. Sorry for the quick move. Let's see if we can get this in the picture. So these transports are now dead as well. We finish in C-Zone 38 with 4 ships. I thought I'd have no ships. All of our planes, everything can land over here in Korea. So we will land in Korea. Oops. And then I've got these 2 planes. Get them on stands. All right. We landed the air transports. That's good. All right, so let's do some movements. We're going to move this fleet that is number 2. They're going to move off of the major dockyard. They're going to move 1, 2, 3 to C-Zone 40. With them, they're taking 6 infantry and 2 Marines. And they're leaving They're leaving 2 infantry behind. Also, moving up there to join them is going to be these planes, or these 3. Let's see, 3 fleet carriers with only 1 fighter on it, and 2 destroyers. There. This coastal sub is actually going to go 1, 2 over here to the Line Islands. And then this 5th transport, he's going to strategic naval move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into Sea Zone 71, the Gulf of Mexico. Actually, yeah, 71, the Gulf of Mexico. I was going to put him into 72, but there is no port there. Looks like the port in Guantanamo Bay is on the other side. Oh no, there's a port off Florida. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, also up here, this infantry here in the southeast Alaska is going to move into Alaska. These 3 infantry here that were in British Columbia are going to move into southeast Alaska. The rest of this stuff here will stay where it's at. One last movement on the Atlantic side. So you can see the transport over here in 71. This coastal sub's going to move from 23 into 24. Then, KMT had some more moves too. KMT is going to, they have 1 more airborne in Rehi, and they're going to rail him all the way down to, I always forget the name of it, Kwangtung. The one that's next to Hong Kong. So put that airborne there. I think that's it there. They only get 1 rail anyways. Oh yeah, this militia here in Kwei Chau, we'll move him into Kwangtung as well. And these 2 cavalry will go 1, 2 up into Sichuan. Or sorry, not Sichuan, Suion. Yeah, I think that's it for US and KMT movements. So let's place units on the board. Pretty much everything's going over here. So we've got 4 planes and 3 subs all going here to San Francisco. So that's 3 fighters in attack and 3 subs going into Sea Zone 64. Then we've got the U.S. is going to deliver a fighter to the, let me get it real quick, to the British Midlands up here. So they've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fighters in the Midlands and 2 in London now. Over here, continuing with KMT, they're going to deliver via major port to major port into Calcutta, this air transport. Put it over here next to that dude. Yep, major port there. They're going to build their airborne in Reiki. They'll also drop their militia and their AA gun in Reiki. Okay, so that's all that. Let's buy some thing or collect some money. So the US is at 61 plus 12 is 73, plus they get wartime economy. So plus 4. So what's that? 71 or 73 plus 4 is 77. 75, 76, 77. And then KMT, they collect 16 plus 1 for the Burma Road is going to be 17 for them to spend next round. All right, that's it for this turn of the US and KMT. We're going to go ahead and move into January 1942, which means that we have neutrals being added to the board, which includes let's see, Denmark gets a militia, Thessaly gets an infantry, Netherlands does not get anything, Warsaw does not, Portugal does, Romania doesn't, Gotaland does, and Yugoslavia does. So we'll get those things added on there, and it'll move on to the veteran with Germany in January 1941. Best of luck to you.